Let's go to Kogi State. For communities long battered by flooding and erosion, stability is beginning to return thanks to strategic intervention across Kogi State. Governor Usman Ododo, through the Agroclimatic Resilience's Semi-Arid Landscapes Project, is tackling decades of ecological damage by funding major gully erosion control works in Kaba, Okene, a project valued at over 29 billion naira. From 14-kilometer drainage channels in Omigbo to 17-kilometer engineered drains in Etahi. Residents are not just witnessing change, they're living it. With over 700 million naira in compensation paid and livelihoods restored, what was once washed away is now being rebuilt with hope and trust. We have more details in this report.
Flood waters have claimed many lives during the wet season, displacing many households in Kogi State. To curb this menace, through a comprehensive control and channelization initiative, the Governor Usman Ododo administration took bold steps in partnership with the World Bank. Last year, the Kogi State government invested more than 29 billion naira on civil works at critical gully erosion sites across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. The project spread across Omigbo in Kaba, Etahi in Okene, Olubojo in Ankpa are aimed at addressing severe ecological challenges in these areas.
Adavi, close to Okene.
The state project coordinator of the Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes, ACRESAL, Ladi Jato, led an inspection team to the sites, stressing commitment to quality construction, environmental protection and community involvement. In Omigbo, she explained that the scope of work involves the construction of a 14-kilometer drainage channel featuring 10 large culverts and intersections to facilitate proper flow of water.
Before now, this place used to be a very huge gully. We have about 3 gully heads in Kaba, that is in Omigbo community. This is one of it. It is being caused by lack of enough drainage system in this community that caused the gully and flooding of the community.
She noted that tree planting is an integral part of the plans across the project sites to stabilize the soil and enhance the environmental value of the affected areas.
We're going to do bioremediation. It was actually reclaimed, so there will be bioremediation here where we plant grasses and trees to hold the ground very well.
One of the most significant engineering elements of the project is the intersection of multiple gullies that previously drained floodwaters, sometimes flooding people's homes and washing away farmers' crops.
He's one of the, what he campaigned about, that when eventually get to office, that will reclaim some of the areas that have been degraded. And you can see now there's an evidence of his campaign promises. Yes. He kept to his campaign promises.
Remember, last 2 years, almost 100 houses were submerged in water. So what we're trying to do is to collect all the water and direct them to the river. So that's exactly what is happening here. So in Omigbo alone, we have about 14 kilometers of drains, different sizes.
The project coordinator said beyond the gully erosion control, government has compensated affected landowners, just as it is providing agricultural support and inputs to help residents rebuild their lives.
They are actually happy, and aside that, the project is also empowering the community through livelihood enhancement to go into agriculture. We have the CRF community, we have the CRF program where we gave them loan to go into farming, and it has to be climate smart farming. We supply them with implements, farm implements. We also gave them tractors, you know, those handheld tractors to farm. So we're actually empowering the people. We're not just restoring the gully or reclaiming the gully, no. We're empowering the people to be able to stand firm.
The contractor reported that the work is 85% complete and detailed the technical measures taken to link all gullies for efficient water discharge.
What prompted you to make it this wide? You know, whenever you are doing a design for a project to be constructed and to do protection for all the city, they take the historical record of the rains. Yes. The rainfall that happened more than 20 years ago. And they tabulate the quantity of the flow going from here to the discharge point to the river. And according to that Q, which is the flow, you can get the cross-section needed to protect the site and convey all the water that have to go to the river.
Community leaders also expressed optimism, with a resident noting that the channelization efforts have improved both safety and living standards in the area.
Where we are standing now, about 2 years ago, one student lost his life here that time. But with the commencement of... when it rained. But with the commencement of this project now, we can sleep sand like a baby. Because previously, whenever it rains like this, we can't sleep. All of us will come and stand by the river because we don't know the next thing that will happen. But with this one now, we can sleep soundly. And it has even boosted the economy of this community because all the iron they are using, the cement, they bought it in this community. So the sellers of those projects, they are very happy.
Probably after the handing over of the project to the government, the local government or whoever which deal with it, they should establish a standing committee or a task force that will be monitoring the usage of this drainage so that people will not turn into dumping refuse or something.
The ambitious scope of work at the Gully Erosion site in Etai community in Okene local government area covers a 17-kilometer stretch of drains in addition to 33 culverts. It is designed not only to serve the immediate community but also to link adjoining settlements in Adavi local government area, thereby addressing a regional flood risk that has led to loss of lives and property over the years.
So what the project is doing here is to construct about 17 kilometers of drain to address this gully, and also construct about 33 culverts in this community to address the gully erosion and flooding here, and reclaim 12 hectares of land where we're going to plant our grasses and trees in this community.
So this site is being reclaimed now?
Yeah, it's being reclaimed.
With more than 700 million naira paid in compensation to reclaim 12 hectares of degraded land, the contractor pledged timely completion, praising the strong support from host communities.
Are there challenges that you faced in the course of delivering this work? Challenges?
We had challenges with the rain. This year we had some early rains and we are working inside the river. So wherever it rains in all Okene or Adavi, the water will come to this place. So during the phase of the construction, we lost many of our formwork. We had much damage to the structure we had, so we have to fix it, remove it, or do it again. And more than that, there's no much issue. The community is being helpful. Small issues, as Madam said, but all in all, in general, the community was very helpful and very assisting to us.
I think over 200 houses used to be submerged in this community, and we've lost about 2 lives in this community before now.
So how long is this? What is the length?
Okay, the length of the drain, the entire drain, is 17 kilometers in this community.
We have more than 10 years of experience in erosion control projects, and not only in Kogi State, from Delta to Edo State to coming to Kogi State. And this river channelization, as you see, when we came here first, the house is collapsing, the land that was carried away with the water, every time it rains, like that paved there, people were tracking now that it was a river there. People cannot even access their house, they have to use the back side. And even when Madam mentioned now, the house they pay compensation for, it was already collapsed. And it's a 2-year project, and we never even finished the first year from it. They pay compensation because the house already collapsed, but because of the pace of work, the speed of the work, we were able to protect the house, remove the water from that place, bring it to this site.
A sense of renewed trust in government is evident as business activities gradually return to previously flooded areas, now more secure with the new drainage systems in place.
We don't expect in life that our community will be like this. I can say 2023, before the end of 2023, if you ask Okada to carry to this community, especially this road, they will not come.
They will not come.
Then this gully has carried many people and children. Some houses have been destroyed. But if you see this, our community now, it just be like London. So my people are happy, even though they know shop now, they come out like this and see, now we get this place. We thank God. We thank the state government.
The next more, may our people don't come out for this area.
Why?
Because of this erosion. We don't get money we not get job to do it. But God sent our government, give us to do them for us. So we thank God.
I'm overjoyed. I came here day before yesterday. When I saw it, I said, wow.
Okay, you were away for some time.
Yes.
And you came and saw this work.
Saw this one. I said, wow. Who is this? Who is doing all this miracle? Our former, with the help of our former governor and
the current one.
We thank for that.
In Kogi East, the inspection team turned its attention to the Olubojo site in Ankpa local government area. For years, the gully erosion here caused deaths and loss of property. The site now wears a new look with drainage systems and road construction efforts to ensure effective project delivery.
This gully you are seeing in Olobujo community here, it has been in existence for over 25 years. The gully work here, we're not just addressing gully erosion. We have another component that deals with enhancement and support to the communities by improving their livelihood. So far these communities, they've benefited from the dry season farming, the community revolving fund, the FAO activity, that is the agroforestry. We also gave them implements and hybrid seedlings to go to farms.
If you know what this environment looks like in the past, it will require collaboration of both federal and state to be able to confront this. But for a governor to come and have that, I don't know how to describe that heart, to confront it frontally like this in reclaiming the already degraded land of most part of Ankpa. Honestly, we have to thank him and then congratulate the community themselves.
He said she's happy, she's so happy that now she's alive to enjoy the road. That God will still give her more and more joy about this. He said this road, he is part of Okada riders. That as at then, they cannot pass. It's because of the difficulty of erosion. They can't move as well. We thank Governor Usman Ododo. Anytime he comes, anywhere he is, we are behind him. And even though it's 10 times he comes, then we will support him.
I will still thank the President Governor, Usman Ododo, for continuing where he has stopped. And our Barrister Jatu as initiators.
As the reclamation, stabilization, and channeling of gully sites progress, residents are breathing a sigh of relief, commending the state governor, Alhaji Usman Ododo, for inclusive governance and prioritization of people-centered projects. Babajide Kolade Otitoju.
All right, PKO, well done. Well done. Now, for communities that have suffered huge losses in the past, to what extent has this erosion control system improved lives in these vulnerable communities?
Well, certainly it has given the people renewed hope as a new lease of life for residents of these communities. You know, whenever it rains in some communities in Kogi State, the people, rather than being happy, they're always worried for their lives. They will go and stay somewhere, just waiting for the rains to subside. And it used to claim lives of young students and all that. But with the efforts being made and efforts targeted at the areas where this problem is much more pronounced, you can see that farmers are happy now because these flood waters used to wash away their crops. But now the problem is being addressed. And of course, in Kaba, Omegbo community that I visited, the people are happy now because the terror that flood waters constituted to them has now been addressed. So they are very happy. In fact, there are a lot of them very excited, including young people who came out to see us, and to show their joy. So I hope that the governor will continue to address this problem, because if you go to the southeast and you see the damage that erosion has caused, you will not want to see such happen in your own state. So I'm happy that this is being done. Some time ago I was in Dekina, and there was this kind of project. They told me that in one day 7 persons were washed away by rainwaters, you know, because of the same problem of erosion and all that. So, and they are building trees on both sides of the reclaimed gully erosion sites, so that the trees will hold the earth firm, and they will serve as the first line of defense, you know, in that area.
All right, CK, let me come to you quickly. What did you see in that report, and what does it tell you about the public perception of this administration so far?
Well, just as I was telling BK off camera, that I was so excited to see Kaba. What is going on in Kaba? Because that was where I served my youth service in 1990. And I knew the problem, some of the problems and challenges they have here. So seeing this happening in Kaba is very heartwarming for me. And it's good that the Kogi State government is paying so much emphasis on the issue of erosion, because if you know Kogi State very well and what floods do to Kogi State, there are some years past, I remember the problem we had. I was coming in those days that we used to apply roads. I was coming from Abuja, coming back to Lagos. I spent 2 days just at Lokoja because the place was flooded. The whole place was flooded. So, but that has really improved now. And but that brings me to the question of what other state governors do with the ecological funds, because they get a lot of ecological funds. And if you go to most of the states and you see that this we're having a lot of problems, especially in the south is where I come from. And I hope that other governors will take you from what is happening in Kogi State.
All right.